Welcome back to the channel, and welcome into Global Rescue. It's been a little bit since I played this, but figured I'd jump back on it and record some videos. It's kind of cool. You can put your zip code in and use pretty much any location in the world as your map. Today, we are going to do downtown Madison, Wisconsin. Just looking at this earlier, and unfortunately, with the isthmus, it kind of cuts everything in half here. I wanted this more centered because right in the middle here is the state capitol. But I guess we'll go to this side here and we'll have the capitol, and then right here, State Street. That is just like the main strip on UW campus, where cars can't drive down that road, and it's got a bunch of bars and stuff. Right over this way, you'll see that's Camp Randall Stadium where the UW Badgers play. Unfortunately, if I play over here, cuts off most of the capitol. That's not included. If I go over here, cuts off a big portion of the downtown area. So it gives a little bit of a dilemma of where we want to go. But you know what? I think we'll start here, and if we want to switch maps down the road, we can. Oh yeah. I thought for a second there it was going to let me do both. That would have been cool. All right, let's get this underway. Played a decent amount of this game. I just haven't done any videos on it.
Team. I am delighted to welcome you as our new operations manager.
Well, you can skip that guy. We don't need him telling us what to do. All right. So we're going to find a good spot to put our first base. Just going to do a small base somewhere. Normally I like finding somewhere that's not taking out too many other buildings and whatnot. It'll be interesting to see how this goes with half of our map being a lake. Might make it a little bit easier to start with. Well, like I said, if there's interest in this, then I can always come back and play other maps and go from there. Thinking that might not be a bad spot. Otherwise, right over here might be alright as well. Really sucks it cuts the capitol off there. That would have been cool to see. Alright. Well, let's not overthink this. Let's get going. I think I'm just going to tuck our first base right in there.
Now connect your base to the public road. First, place an entrance at the edge of the base and then connect it to a public road.
Alright. Get this connected out onto Langdon Street. So, the funny thing about this street is, these are actually all the sorority houses. I don't know if we're actually going to be getting calls to break up sorority and fraternity parties and stuff, but it's just kind of a cool added thing knowing, being familiar with the area. All right, I want us to start by building a base. I usually like to build the bases kind of starting in the back corner here, because then we can put our parking lot up front closer to the road. It says 6x4, but that's pretty small. That's not going to get much done. We're just going to have to keep upgrading if we do that. Let's start by 16x8. Get a door in there. Wouldn't be much use without it. Get a couple desks added in there for our dispatch. And we'll just start with 2 for now. You get to a point on here where it starts expanding. relatively quickly. So usually I'll just end up going like this, and I build a long base, and it keeps on adding on in a big strip. But I think I'm going to try to do something a little different. Maybe shorten that up a bit so I can start building from back here. All right, we'll get them a fridge going. Rotate that. We'll also need a door to get in there. See, now they want a bathroom, which makes sense to me. I'll just fill in this area with the bathroom. I think as we expand, I'll probably end up putting a hallway up here. That way, you're not having to go through the bathroom, or through the kitchen to get to the next room and so on. This is one thing I do not like in this game, is that your toilets are just out there in the open for everyone to see, which is a little unfortunate. Oh, we'll just stick to 2 showers for now. Get a sink in there so people aren't gross. All right. Pretty empty place for now. Let me see if there's anything else I want to add off the jump here. I think I'll just put a little couch there to say I did. Why not? All right, employees. Need a couple dispatch. We're obviously going to go with Kelly Ingram up here, who is by far better than the rest. And I guess it really doesn't matter. We'll just go here with Edward Cole. And see, I added a couch. Now it says it needs 3 seating options. So I'll have to go back and do that. Which is fine. We'll just extend that down a little more and be good. All right. Start with our street. Extend that out this way a little bit. I feel like no matter what we do, we're going to end up having so much wasted space. Comparison. Really wish it would let you put the spots down and then connect the street afterwards. But that's okay. Now what we're going to do, we're not going to overthink this. Which I've said a few times, but I keep doing it anyways. Got different cop cars you can get. You can actually go through here and change up to different skins and whatnot. But I am going to stick with the all black. I think that looks nice. There's one. Let's get ourselves another one. I'll do one SUV and one car. Get a little variety. Then, since I got the cars, I should probably get a couple of officers now. We'll go with Emily Bailey and Timothy Rowe. Don't want more than that. And we'll get Derek, and we'll get Tara.
It looks like you're ready to go.
Just because I feel like I'd mess up that name.
Certainly come soon. You will receive an assessment at regular intervals and will be given a budget for the following period based on your performance. As long as you are not dealing with emergencies, you can take care of the other tasks that also need to be done and are displayed in your to-do list.
Looks so weird not just having a fridge in there with nowhere to sit and eat. We'll add 3 spots there. And a few windows. All right. we have like main goals to do, and then we have these little side things. So since we got nothing going on, we'll send them off to document the noise complaint. Oh,
Callers report a danger
there's our
zone.
first call.
Get an overview of the situation at the scene.
Send them
Location,
over there.
North Lake Street.
See what they got going on. I'm just trying to get my bearings down where we're at. They even got the construction cranes up there. And it is very weird not having to think about all that. Maybe someday they'll add like a base on the water, and you can have boats go out there and take care of complaints and whatnot. But right now, that's just going to be a bunch of dead space for us, which is all right. Speed them up a little bit.
A theft occurred at a store. The thief did not present any identification. The thief's identity must be verified on site. Location, Capital Center Market. A missing manhole cover was found.
Shoplifting at Cap Center Foods. Been there many times. So right here on Mifflin Street, they always do a thing called the Mifflin Street Block Party each year. And honestly, it turns into a complete shit show. And usually it ends up with a bunch of arrests and occasionally some other things. I know I was down there once and there's a big stabbing that happened and stuff like that. For the most part, it's a good time, but people and alcohol, you know, things happen. We're taking their sweet time to get over there. These must... I've been trying to figure out how that works with the streets. If it's a one-way in real life, it will be a one-way on here, or if they just randomly put one-way streets in, or what. Looks like they might follow the actual map, because Gorham is a one-way this way, which means a block over should be Johnson, which would actually be a one-way the opposite direction. Yeah, it looks like they keep that pretty accurate. That's kind of cool.
Police Patrol Car 2 has arrived at shoplifting and is awaiting instructions.
She's a little delayed. I already did that. But yeah, it starts off a little slow like this. And then eventually you'll get to the point where you got so many calls you can't keep up. And you'll be running police and EMS, fire trucks, SWAT team, everything. Said for now, just to kind of get things going, we'll speed things up.
The perpetrator had hidden his ID in his jacket. He is wanted on an arrest warrant and must be taken to jail.
Oh,
A
drug
possible
dealing.
drug deal between two people was reported. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, Observatory Drive.
Right, drug dealing down at the lake.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
And even though we got this guy in the back of the car, he's going to take the ride over there with us. Just trying to see. Kind of surprised the distance between the base, the prison, and the hospital. Usually they're kind of closer. It's not far off from where the jail is. It'd be the opposite corner over here, but oh well. As far as hospitals, there's 4 of them within this area in real life. Send them to drug dealing as well. Sure, something else will come up by the time they get there, and I'll be changing one of them to go somewhere else. But when you got a call like that, the more people you have respond, the faster it goes.
A neighborhood dispute threatens to escalate. Location, South Bassett Street.
South Bassett Street. That's where the brunch club is. Hopefully that can wait for us to finish this up and get down there.
The officers saw a drug deal taking place. All persons involved must be arrested.
The big thing on this is, like, right now, I kind of want to buy another car, get some more officers. But the faster you expand, the faster progress picks up for calls and whatnot, and it could get a little out of hand. So as I say that, I'm still gonna add a parking spot and get another vehicle and add some more officers. Right away, we will send them down to that dispute.
The buyer was arrested.
It is dark out there.
The dealer was arrested.
Cool.
Attention,
Transport to
New
prison.
Year's Eve. There will be more noise, alcohol, illegal fireworks, and escalations.
New Year's Eve, huh? Get used to hearing that in this game. Every other day is New Year's Eve. Speed this along. So yeah, I like these side ones. I like to get them done still, but as you can see, you got 23 minutes to get there, so.
A physical altercation between several persons was reported. Location, East Campus, WB.
Keep getting those, having to put calls on hold. That's not good. Maybe I should get another dispatcher right away as well. I don't like taking these off. I like to have them get there and unload the prisoners, but that's gonna fail for sure. No shot on that. That sucks, honestly. We're just gonna send them away because we know we're failing that.
The dispute escalated, resulting in
Oh,
extensive damage to
Wait.
property.
It's not over. Go back. Can you imagine that right in the middle of a call, a cop just leaves? Get back on that. There, now it's going quite a bit faster. Yeah, I didn't think this through. Maybe I shouldn't have done downtown with all the
The
one-ways.
witness statements were recorded. The brawl was successfully brought to an end.
Drunk man goes on
A heavily
rampage.
intoxicated man is reported on the street, harassing pedestrians and damaging property. Location, Mom's Bar.
As you can imagine, we get a lot of drunk calls up here.
A physical altercation between
Slut,
several
though.
persons was reported. Location, Langdon M Park, EB.
What'd that say? Mum's Bar? Mom's Bar. Where are we? Because that does not ring a bell to me. And if there's one thing I know around this state, it's the bars. Huh. So it's university. Dorm, okay. Street. Interesting. We'll let them do their thing. While they're all looking at that, we'll roll down here. I'm actually going to add another dispatcher because I feel like there's way too many calls getting put on hold.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
Cool. Take them to jail. Before they go to jail, we're going to have them stop up there and help them speed that up a little bit. Click up here and see our evaluation. Whatever, it's the first one. We'll get that number up.
A shop reports a shoplifting incident. The perpetrator has to be picked up and arrested. Location, Ragstock.
Ragstock. Hippie store. Been around forever.
The brawl was successfully brought to an end.
Cool. You go to shoplifting. You also go over to shoplifting. Actually, you know what? Send them down here. Speed that up.
A burglary has been reported in a residential building.
Uh-oh.
The suspected perpetrator is still in the area around the building.
Guess we're going to
Location,
Grenade.
North Bassett Street. Several residents witnessed the incident and should be interviewed.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
A grenade has been found. The report needs to be verified. Location, Observatory Drive.
We're adding more. Please. That is one thing.
The
Every
perpetrator
time you
was
play this,
successfully arrested.
everything's a little bit different, so there's always new things to check out.
The witness statements were recorded.
Oh no. They don't have anybody in there,
The grenade is a dummy. No further action
or they don't
is
have
required.
they don't have any space to transport them. I'll have him go all the way over there and pick up the person.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
Question the witness. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever been to a city with a isthmus like this, but all of our downtown area, lake on this side, lake on this side. So as you can imagine, traffic is a pain in the ass. A lot of things are a pain in the ass.
The witness statements were recorded.
But there's also a lot of cool things about it too.
Your employees would like to have proper beds to get a good night's sleep. You can now fulfill their wish and add a bedroom to your base.
Alright.
There, tired employees lie down in bed and recover completely, in contrast to sitting breaks, during which they only regain up to 80% of their energy.
Let's get them a bedroom. One thing I do is A lot of people go like this and space the beds apart and leave space in the middle. I know everybody in this game gets in from the end of the bed, so to save space, I'm going to put them all right next to each other. Rotate that. We'll put a couple dressers in there. I should probably give them a door. Kind of looks weird, but whatever. Doesn't matter. But while we're doing all that, I'm going to go into research points here. Got 40. So there's a lot of different things. There's a bunch of different things you can upgrade that are specific to each department. And then there's general. Ones I always focus on are the automatic refueling, automatic washing, better beds, reduced fuel consumption, reduced dirt. So I'll show you on here. It's like first time I do this, the vehicles get below 20%, they'll automatically refuel them. Right now I've got to tell them to refuel. You upgrade that once. Next time you upgrade it will be up to 40%, upgrade again, 60, so on. Eventually you can get it where they're just refueling and washing their vehicles as needed and you don't have to worry about it. But I'll go ahead and use that just because who wants our vehicles to be out of gas? I have 15 more points. Why not do the beds? It's going to do them sooner than later anyways. So there you see fuel, cleanliness. So like this guy still needs to drop him off in the prison. He's not bad. So you know what? We're actually going to send him over there. And we're going to send him back to base. And that's right. So, didn't even think of that. Just got the upgrade. Never bought the refueling station and the wash. And I don't have enough money. So, that upgrade was kind of a waste, but we're not too far off. We'll get to the money. Wait for him to drop that guy off. Send him to the vandalism. But as you can see, I got 2 officers, so it's going 1 times speed. And when this other cop gets there, boom. Now we're going, what was that, 2.8 or something? Gets done pretty quick.
A person's smartphone was snatched from their hand and stolen. The thief must be caught quickly. Location, Sogongdong. A noise disturbance caused by loud party music is reported from a residential building. The caller must be located and questioned. Location, North Lake Street. The troublemaker must be found. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The caller was located and questioned. A complaint was filed.
Alright, hold on. Go back to build. Gas station. Need another 10,400 for the vehicle wash. We're actually 18 in the hole right now. That'll be alright. Said I've played a bunch of this, but now that I'm playing it and recording, I'll probably mess up a bunch so everyone can laugh at me. Don't go too far because I'm sending you back to refuel. He's taking him to prison, so we're going to let him continue on his way. Fell down to refuel. Actually, we'll have them stop the restaurant since they're right there, and then they can go back and refuel. I'm missing another car? No, never mind.
One person must be arrested.
I think that's going to be a pain with the jail being all the way down there.
We've received an emergency call from the library claiming that a man is randomly pulling books off the shelves.
A library riot.
Norwegian American Genealogical Center and Nazeth Library. The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
Send 2 units over there. They need to go wash. Oh, refuel first. Then hopefully we get enough money. Like that. Build the vehicle wash. So we don't have to worry about it later. I don't like how that blocks that off, but we'll figure out something to put there down the road. Alright, so go refuel and then go wash. You guys are both going to that. You're going to the prison, and then you're also going to go refuel and rewash. Technically, I could have them just go do that now and leave that prisoner in there for a while. They better hurry up and get down to that riot. Taking their sweet time.
Callers report shouting and banging noises in the area. Location, North Bassett Street.
Everybody wants to riot today, I guess. I do need to get someone there relatively quickly, but these people aren't doing well.
The perpetrator has been located. He appears to be heavily intoxicated and must be arrested.
Go wash. Go refuel. Speed this up. I'm going to get this done and send one of them over there to get that call going.
Question the witnesses who observed the crime. Record the damage.
Can they make it? Alright, we're going to send them to Ryder first because these ones are taking a bit. I'm kind of worried about that one.
The witness statements were
This
recorded.
guy's sleeping.
The damage was documented. Attention.
See,
Exceptionally high crime rate. A particularly high number of crimes are currently being committed.
well, that's great when
A
all of our
person is
cops are
listening
tired.
to music through headphones, singing loudly and beating a drum.
How dare they listen to music?
A theft occurred at a store. The thief did not present any identification. The thief's identity must be verified on site. Location, Ritual Moon. The person acknowledged the request and packed up their belongings.
Let's hurry up and get over there.
A possible drug deal between two people was reported. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, Langdon Street.
Right
The person
across the
must be
street
asked
from the
for
police
their name
station.
and address.
Just a walk over there. Over here, see what's going on with these ones. Have them both do some questioning. This guy should go refuel and rewash. Cut that guy off on the way.
A shop reports a shoplifting incident. The perpetrator has to be picked up and arrested. Location, Hare Forum. The personal details were provided verbally and confirmed through a verification process. The officers saw a drug deal taking place. All persons involved must be arrested. A pickpocketing incident has been reported. The thief must be caught quickly. Location, Camp Triple Indy. The dealer was arrested.
Arrest the buyer too.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
So last time I played this, I did the town I live in, and oddly enough, I kept getting calls to a business
The
that
buyer
is
was arrested.
right outside my door
The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
over and over again.
The witness statements were recorded.
You're doing a really good job, and I'd be delighted if you would also take over the management of the fire department in the city.
Absolutely
If you're
not.
ready, you can
Way
unlock the
too
fire
early to be doing
department
that.
for free in the research menu right now.
Sent him up to Hawks Bar for this presence patrol. Up on State Street there. Soon enough, we'll have a big enough base and enough people where we're not going to be worried about everyone being so damn tired. Both of them should be sleeping. Yeah. We'll get better beds. Oh, sorry about that. Let me just scroll over this way and give them some privacy. When we get better beds, that'll go up a lot quicker.
A dispute has arisen. The situation needs to be resolved. Location, Vintage Badger Store. A caller has reported a noise disturbance. The situation must be assessed on site and de-escalated if necessary. Location, North Broome Street.
Oh,
A
jeez.
dispute has arisen. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, East Johnson Street.
See, that's the thing now that I got added that other dispatcher. Now we get calls that come through
A customer
faster.
is demanding the marked price, but the salesperson insists on the higher amount shown at the register.
Just take the item away and kick the person out of the store. Call it a day. But yeah, eventually you get, when you unlock fire and whatnot, you'll get a call and then you send the police there and you might need a
You
fire
currently
department
have
there to
several
break down a
emergency
door.
calls in the queue. If this happens regularly, it is advisable to provide more desks as needed and hire more control center dispatchers.
The parties involved cannot reach an agreement. The product remains in the store. The cause of the noise was identified and appropriate measures were taken. The witness statements were recorded.
Let me get this guy here. Says eval. Up to 94. We're at 92 before. Oh, up a little bit. Not much. But it's better than nothing.
A dispute has broken out in a parking lot. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, North Bedford Street.
To the parking lot. Him go all the way up there and the call's almost done, but whatever.
An employee refuses to leave the company-owned apartment. The boss threatens to have the lock removed. A neighborhood dispute threatens to escalate. Location, North Broome Street. The contracts provided are unclear. The tenant remains in the apartment.
De-escalate the situation. I think we're gonna send them down there too, so that goes a little quicker. They are pretty tired though, so that's unfortunate that I had to send them there.
The dispute escalated, resulting in extensive damage to property.
Carry out bicycle coding. I
At
don't
the
know what that
scene,
means.
Someone had parked in a way that blocked another driver. This led to a dispute. The witness statements were recorded.
As soon as they got there.
The dispute was resolved, and the obstructing vehicle has driven away. A dispute has broken out in a restaurant. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, Izakaya Kuroyama.
Alright. All these people just running around like crazy. Meanwhile, I got them just chilling, but they ain't doing so hot anyways. Should probably leave them alone for a bit.
We've received an emergency call from the library claiming that a man is randomly pulling books off the shelves. Location,
Oops.
Robinson Map Library.
So they're at that library, now they're at that library. What the hell? Hey. Where'd he go? What the? I really didn't remember sending him out. They're gonna turn around and go the other way now.
There's a loud dispute in the restaurant regarding the bill. Settle the dispute before it escalates. The bartender is said to have charged for more drinks than were consumed. The parties involved come to an agreement on the spot. A drone has been reported. We need to verify that all regulations are being followed. Location: North Park Street, Lathrop Drive. The perpetrator has been located. He appears to be heavily intoxicated and must be arrested.
No way. Heavily intoxicated here? That doesn't happen.
A person's smartphone was snatched from their hand and stolen. The thief must be caught quickly. Location: Apex Grill. Question the witnesses who observed the crime. Record the damage. The evidence provided is incomplete. Confiscate the drone and file a complaint.
See, they're too tired. They won't even let me send them.
The witness statements were recorded.
We're really going to be pushing this one. Time's ticking. Who's going to get done first?
The drone was confiscated. The damage was documented.
Send the one car, let the other one go back to base and rest. Let's see what we got for research points. We're at 75 again already. All right. So let's tone down the fuel consumption a little bit. We're going to see 65. All right. So we'll do automatic washing. Can't do that. So let's do fuel consumption again. Back to business here. I'm glad to see everything's still going. We're supposed to be having some pretty bad storms here right now, but I don't know. They're always a little dramatic about it. Shouldn't say that. The last storm had a giant tree fall on top of my my place, so that wasn't fun.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
But the tree's down now, so it's not like I have another one there to fall. So let it storm, I guess. Oh, that one way is so annoying. The prison was right there. They got to come all the way down and go all the way back up. This is a very small map, though. Send them to the restaurant. Let them do their thing. These people should all be resting. While I'm here, let me go ahead and just add a couple more beds. Just because our Why can't I think of the word? Dispatch people will also need to nap and whatnot. Put a TV on the wall right there. For no reason. It's weird to have a place without a TV. But yeah, I just did an 11 video
Attention, New
series
Year's
on
Eve. There will be more.
Retro Rewind. Just finished that up. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I'll probably hop back onto it whenever they have a new update. I'm still trying to figure out.
Silent alarm was triggered in a shop. Location, MacTaggart's Market.
Trying to figure out a different game to start. To keep hopping over to Steam and just looking and seeing what's out there. Let's do this evaluation. Oh, we went down. That ain't good. Alright. So our arrival time went down. Our waiting time, that's from those calls going on hold.
A physical altercation between several persons was reported. Location, state westbound.
Slow that down. See something quick. Alright. Where's he going? Turn, 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 turn. Oh.
A heavily intoxicated man is reported on the street, harassing pedestrians and damaging property. Location, Cascanail. The emergency services on site discovered a broken window. The perpetrator is still in the building. The brawl was successfully brought to an end.
Them going all the way down here to go all the way back
perpetrator
up.
was successfully arrested. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. A caller reported a vehicle that had repeatedly crossed the middle line. The caller is still at the scene and can identify the driver. Location, North Mill Street.
Them down to that DUI.
There have been reports of illegal employment on a construction site. Location, West Mifflin Street. The traffic lights at an intersection have failed. Traffic must be directed manually. Location, University Avenue.
Someone failed already? Barely had any time to get down
The
there.
vehicle has already left the scene, and the caller couldn't wait any longer.
I mean,
A grenade has been found. The report needs to be verified. Location, Observatory Drive.
why are there so many grenades over here?
The construction site was inspected, but nothing suspicious was
It's like
found.
the science part of campus. Must be someone's experiment.
A caller reports a scooter without a license plate. Location, Langdon Street. The problem has been solved and the traffic light is working again. The explosive ordnance disposal unit has been requested to collect the grenade.
Where's he going? Wasn't even done with that. He just kind of drove off. What the hell?
The grenade was handed over to the Explosive Ordnance Disposal Unit. The scooter was found with the rider still on it. The license plate is missing. A police report is being filed.
They should all be getting their vehicles fixed up there. Ooh, that one was real dirty. Look at that thing. Look at that, much better. Still driving all the way up there. Oh, failed that too. Well, it's hard to believe, but when I played this without recording, I made it to like day 43 before I failed anything.
A burglary was reported at a residential building. The perpetrators gained entry through the patio door. Evidence must be secured and a report filed. Location: West Johnson Street.
Send these 2 cars to that and let the rest of the people rest.
A dispute has broken out in a parking lot. The situation needs to be investigated. Location: East Gilman Street.
Do that. We're going to send them to the dispute in the parking lot instead. Which looks like it was a good call because this is going pretty quick.
The forensic team has arrived and is beginning to collect the evidence at the scene. An ATM has been blown up. The perpetrator is attempting to flee and must be arrested immediately.
Blown up
Location:
ATM.
Langdon Street.
Well, that ain't good. Would like to be in the area when that happens, though. You never know what might blow around.
The report has been filed. Traces of blood suitable for DNA analysis were found collected. At the scene, someone had parked in a way that blocked another driver. This led to a dispute. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. A pickpocketing incident has been reported. The thief must be caught quickly. Location: Sushi Express.
Wow, we're really not doing well.
The dispute was resolved, and the obstructing vehicle has driven away.
As you can see, if they're not emergency calls, they don't turn their lights on and they drive slower.
A person attempted to enter the stadium with fireworks. and are now banned from the stadium.
Oh man,
Location, Coal Center.
one more
Security
coal center for
personnel
you.
must be interviewed, and their personal information must be recorded.
It's where the
The
UW's
perpetrator was successfully arrested.
basketball team and hockey team play. Oh yeah, they need to go to the prison. They've got a full car. Can't imagine we're gonna need more than one unit for a stadium ban.
A suspicious group of fans has approached the entrance. Check the group for prohibited items.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's gonna get a little out of hand.
Callers report a danger zone. Get an overview of the situation at the scene. Location, West Gorham Street. The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
Right. Do a little crowd control. So the other guy gets down there. Start questioning witnesses. How's this guy feeling?
The witness statements were recorded.
Good, good, good. Have them do crowd control as well.
A vehicle has broken down in the middle of the road and must be removed from the roadway. Upon closer inspection, it turns out that they are just ordinary fans.
Alright, I guess it's not getting out of hand.
Attention, Festival. Many people in a confined space could attract pickpockets. The danger zone has been secured.
Carry out bicycle coding. I really don't know what that means. Huh.
A heavily intoxicated man is reported on the street, harassing pedestrians and damaging property. Location, Paul's Club.
Paul's Club. Last time I was there, I was across the street from there at a show with Steve-O from Jackass. I went over after, hung out at Paul's Club, had a few.
A possible drug deal between two people was reported. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, Langdon Street.
Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Those are all good. Nothing going on there. How are they looking?
The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The officers saw a drug deal taking place. All persons involved must be arrested. A group of youths is harassing other people on the street. Conduct identity checks and question civilians. Location, North Pinckney Street. The dealer was arrested.
Arrest the buyer too. Speed that along a little bit.
The buyer was arrested.
Got 43 points again. See if I do it another time, it's going to be at 40%. We're going to upgrade the beds again. And we'll reduce the fuel consumption as well, because why not?
The youth group was successfully inspected and nothing was found.
They were just about to go back to the base and rest, but now they gotta go look at vandalism instead.
A dispute has arisen. The situation needs to be resolved. Location, Puffin Pass. Callers report shouting and banging noises in the area. Location, University Avenue. A dispute has arisen. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, North Francis Street.
I know our base isn't looking like much right now. We haven't had much time to add anything to it, but we'll get there.
A customer is demanding the marked price, but the salesperson insists on the higher amount shown at the register. A person is listening to music through headphones, singing loudly and beating a drum.
That damn music again. See, we got our eval going back up, 96. Everything's increasing, other than satisfaction stayed the same. We
The
will.
parties involved cannot reach an agreement. The product remains in the store. The person acknowledged the request and packed up.
Okay, we will play it for one more day until our next evaluation. Probably call that a good wrap-up point for this episode.
A couple is found in the apartment. The argument threatens to escalate.
See, and I already had backup on its way.
The security service has reported a burglary alarm. The perpetrators may still be in the building. Location, Pinebox. The two were separated and calmed down. burglary has been reported in a residential building. The suspected perpetrator is still in the area around the building. Location: West Doty Street. Several residents witnessed the incident and should be interviewed.
This one's going quick. We might be able to get this done and send one of these people down here to help. That guy's going to take a sweet time getting down here.
It is a false alarm.
False alarm, false alarm. Cool. Better safe than sorry, I suppose.
A caller has reported a noise disturbance. The situation must be assessed on site and de-escalated if necessary. Location: West Dayton Street.
You ain't gonna get any faster response time than that, I'll tell you that much.
The witness statements were recorded. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The cause of the noise was identified, and appropriate measures were taken. The witness statements were recorded. A grenade has been found. The report needs to be verified. Location: West Mifflin Street. There have been reports of illegal employment on a construction site. Location: West Johnson Street.
I'll tell you that here, illegal employment on a construction site is not getting anyone showing up.
The explosive ordnance disposal unit has been requested to collect the grenade. The emergency services discovered people without protective clothing at the construction site.
A few years ago, or a few decades ago, Cops was going to come to Madison to do an episode.
The workers do not have valid work documents. The person responsible must be arrested.
But they didn't want to make the city look bad, so they said that there wasn't enough crime to be able to film an episode
A drone
here.
has been reported. We need to verify that all regulations are being followed. Location: West Lakelawn Place, Lakelawn Place.
West Lake
The
Long.
grenade was handed over to the
Lake
explosive
Long
ordnance
Place.
disposal unit. The
Thank-
person responsible was successfully apprehended. Callers report a danger zone. Get an overview of the situation at the scene. Location: North Park Street. The evidence provided is incomplete. Confiscate the drone and file a complaint. The drone was confiscated.
Excellent. Let everyone go and drop off their prisoners or get back to base or do what they need to do.
A missing manhole cover was found. The danger zone has been secured.
You know what? Looks like we're making pretty decent money. Let's add another one. No, I don't think we want any of those ones. We'll go. The Orlando one, that's not too far off from what they actually look like here. But I'll go with this. Of course, with a new vehicle, means we need to get some more officers. Yeah, we'll have to do a lot of work and add a lot of things to our base in the next episode. Might even unlock fire department. You should be headed to the prison, right? Yep. How's everyone here look? Everyone should be good. Give it a wash. They're good. Look at that. They don't even give us a full tank when we buy it. Assholes.
Attention, New Year's Eve. There
Oh,
will be
look,
more noise,
it's New Year's
alcohol,
Eve.
illegal fireworks,
Who
and
would have thought?
escalations. A caller reported a vehicle that had repeatedly crossed the middle line. The caller is still at the scene and can identify the driver. Location, North Mills Street. A physical altercation between several persons was reported. Location, UW-Madison Intercity bus.
It's like they don't want me to end it. I keep thinking I'm going to be able to get all my people back to the base and chill, and then another call comes through.
A heavily intoxicated man is reported on the street, harassing pedestrians and damaging property. Location, Wando's Bar and Grill.
Wando's, home of the fish bowl. These things are terrible. Remember when I was young, I used to like those. Bunch of sugar water and barely any booze. Still give you a terrible hangover. Pretty sure I used to just go there because those sweet drinks attracted other things that I was interested in going for.
The smell of alcohol was detected on the driver's breath. A breathalyzer test must be administered.
Oh, time to give him the
The brawl was
breathalyzer.
successfully brought to an end.
Nothing better than a good old breathalyzer.
The driver was engrossed in a conversation with the passenger. The breathalyzer test showed a blood alcohol level of 0.2. No further action is required.
All
The
right,
perpetrator was successfully arrested.
and we are going to look at this
A
evaluation,
caller reported a vehicle that had repeatedly
which
crossed
is
the middle line.
back down to
The caller is-
90%. Looks like we have to deal with our waiting times for our calls and our arrival time, so I think it's time for us to add another dispatcher in there. But we will get that done, and like I said, in the next one we can work on improving our base and probably adding fire. We'll see how it goes. Let me know what you guys think, if you think we should add the fire department now, or if we should hold off and just try to expand our police department for a little while and grind it out. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.